OuterOrange.
Hello everybody and welcome back. It is a Friday morning, at least it's a Friday morning where I'm at. I don't know where you're currently watching me, but wherever you're watching me, I hope you're having a wonderful day. And today we're going to discuss about something pretty cool. I'm really excited to show it. And for those of you guys who haven't seen it yet, I'm really hyped. Let's go and look and see what it is. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the Vanguard producer letter. Mori likes to do these. He did one before and I thought I'd read it with you guys this time. I can't stream because I'm working and I got a lot to do, but so I thought I'd make a video instead. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm really excited to read this. I haven't read it yet, so this is volume 2. We read volume 1. It was really nice to read. So here's volume 2. Let's go on into it. I'll try my best to kind of not skim and actually read the whole thing. Let's see what he has to say. I'm really excited. Hello to all Vanguard fans around the world. Aw, Hi Mori. This is Mori, the Vanguard Project's general producer. The response to my first producer's letter was greater than I ever anticipated, and since then I've been receiving comments and questions from all over the world. Thank you so much to everyone who has shared their opinions, thoughts and opinions. I will be making great use of your feedback moving forward. You're welcome. Please note that some of the topics in this letter are listed in a different order depending on the language you are reading. This time we will focus on the Japanese and English versions, which are the basis for the localization in many languages. So we got the release of the 5 decks with the first booster. So this is the five trials that we just got in the first booster. First of all, on behalf of the project, I would like to thank you for allowing us to bring Overdress to the world. It has been great so far, thank you. I would like to thank everyone who watches the series around the world, everyone who enjoys the TCG and digital versions of the Vanguard, and everyone including supporting the project. The Cardfight Vanguard Overdress animation began airing in April, and the Japanese version of the 5 start decks, the first booster pack for the card were released in April, followed by the English version in May. Although the response has varied by region, the game has been well received around the world. We thank everyone for their support. Among the many concerns we received about the old Vanguard TCG products, the most common were the game experienced too much power creep. True. And the new products were too short-lived. Facts. In light of these comments, Overdress has changed the game system from a clan-based to a nation-based, and the first booster pack and the 5 start decks have been created with the focus of introducing new players to the game as examples of our new standard products. As far as the production of the animation goes, we have already announced Season 1 and Season 2 of Overdress. Until we draw closer to the release of Season 3, we did not intend to add any new overtriggers other than the 5, one for each great nation. That were introduced in the first booster set, so pretty much just the 5 that he has down here, right here, if you don't know. Also known as Perfect Guard cards will receive the same treatment and will do not intend to release any new Sentinels until further down the line. I like the current Sentinels, to be honest. Don't change them. I mean, at least for now, I think we're fine on Sentinels, unless you guys tend to expect to reprint them or something. I think they're really good. The management team's intention is for the main units and triggers used by the main characters in the anime to continue to be an important part of the deck. Good. Even after the second season of Cardfight Vanguard Overdress begins airing, the 5 start decks in the first booster pack are intended to be the most important and basic products for getting into Overdress series card fights. We hope you'll enjoy them. So this is kind of like what they look like. This is the perfect cards, good stuff. The Overdress series has launched during a period where it's difficult to get everyone together, get together with others, which we believe is the most important and fun part of enjoying card games. We are continuing to adapt to this landscape through trial and error, and we appreciate all the feedback we have received during this time. We ask for your support as we continue to develop and improve, and would like to apologize for the delay in the delivery of the English version of this product. Some regions due to logistical issues. Okay, it's okay. I mean, it happens. I understand. I know there's been some people kind of upset about it, but I'm honestly not one of the people that got their products delayed, so can't get too mad. Like, I'm not in that like region of upsetness, but regardless, like even if it was delayed, I wouldn't be. I'd be fine. I want my Zorga cards, yeah, but I'm not gonna get mad. Okay, encounter cards, the second booster pack. At the Bushiroad, at the Bushi TCG Strategy Conference held on May 12th, we announced the second booster pack, Densetsu to no Kaiku, a brush with the legends, and received a variety of opinions from around the world regarding the existence of encounter cards. Personally, as I mentioned in this video, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's not a big deal as long as they don't do this too often. I think Different Fight even makes a big statement saying, "Hey guys, it's not like a monthly thing or bi-monthly thing." I don't think it's a big deal, but sadly we did get some people got really mad. Prior to the presentation, we published a series of stories titled "The Elderly." the Densetsu to no Kaiku on the written work site. I heard about that. I heard it's actually really interesting. As described in the I haven't read it. As described in the stories, brushes with their ancient legendary beings, which are made manifest by certain artifacts called encounters. As we have established a new reading site and have published a chronology of the setting, we are currently focusing on a systematic storytelling based on the historical continuity of Planet Cray and its various settings. Pretty cool. The most common question we received is, why did you make encounter cards? And the answer is, we wanted to perceive the setting and historical continuity of Planet Cray. It is our intention to continue to employ the help of the original author, Akira Ito, and the creator of the clan setting, Satoshi Nakamura, to systemize the world, view, history, and various settings of Planet Cray. We will continue to take good care of them. Not only myself, but also the entire management team has received a number of comments about past cards appearing too early, and we take it very seriously. As I mentioned in the presentation, it will be quite rare for Overdress series to include past cards as encounters, and they will not appear again until at least March 2022. I cannot tell you if new encounters will come out once a year or every few years, because that would be a spoiler, but I can tell you that it will be few and far in between. Additionally, encounter cards will not be in an exception to the overriding principle that you do not need any cards over RRR to build an Overdress standard deck. Meaning, I'm assuming what he means is that you can still build stuff even without the encounter cards. Although not directly related to encounters, I received a lot of feedback about the stride mechanic, which I briefly touched on in the producer Q&A on the Vanguard weekly bits within the lore. Stride, the signature mechanism of G series, was a way to borrow a great power from the past or future that was unavailable in the present time. Stride dealt with the past and future, so it makes sense that these units would exist at different points of the same timeline, right? For those of you who love the history of Vanguard units and the world of Planet Cray, please take some time to read the Planet Cray timeline and Satoshi Nakamura's commentary on the official reading site. Some of the things we foreshadow will soon come to fruition. While others will reappear in the future, perhaps after everyone has forgotten them. In a sense, the encounter cards currently stand out a bit too much, but there are also cards included to strengthen the units that will give life to the new chakra birth divine era. So I hope you will look forward to the second booster as the simple continuation of Start Decks and Booster Volume 1. Okay, so we got development. Differences for nation fights, D format, and clan fights, VP format between language versions. Recently, at the strategy conference in Japan, we announced the release of V Clan Collection Volume 1 and 2. As our upcoming VPremium products, the concept behind these new products is to strengthen all 24 clans at the same time, but all of the enclosed cards will be marked with the V icon. The V clan section will also be available in English, but will be released in fall. In the English version, we are planning a product called Revival Collection for release in summer, which will include reprinted cards to support premium format environment. As of now, we only plan to produce Revival Collection for English beta version of the game. The product will focus on reprinted cards that have been in limited supply in English version, as well as cards that have existed in Japanese version but not in English version. For more information about these products, please look at our future announcements on the official Twitter and other social networking platforms. Thank you. I really like the Revival Collection special series and the V Clan Collection you guys got in store. Brilliant stuff. So I'm really excited to see that more in view as we just start seeing more cards. I think they look amazing so far. For the time being, there will be differences in development for clan fights, VPremium, and Premium. Depending on the language version, the differences in the above products are a good example of this. It is not realistic to immediately interrogate these long existing formats, and we believe that products like Revival Collection, which exist to bridge the gaps in development, will be necessary for a while. I agree, thank you. Regarding the newly launched nation fights, we are aiming for globally synchronized development, focusing on the 5 great nations plus lyrical monostro. Cool. Okay, Nation Fight collaboration products. We have received many questions about the English version of the collaboration titles that have already been announced in Japanese version. We will make an official announcement on this matter at the English Bushiroad TCG Strategy Conference. For Bushiroad English Conference 2021, we apologize for the delay, but please wait until then for further information. That's good to know. I'm glad that they're at least thinking about it, in terms of collaboration for what was it, Shaman King and Monster Strike and because they've been already showing cards and stuff like that, and obviously, there's no confirmation in English, so it'd be good to know. Token Rambu, of course, is coming soon, too, so it's good to know, what's going on with that. I think the biggest question is what to do with Token Rambu, as, there's a whole booster that English never got, so I think that's mainly why they're delaying it, is because they're trying to figure out what to do with Token. But Just personal thoughts, but understandable. VR reprint protection for VPremium format. For a certain period of time, specifically until December 31st, 2022, we will not be including VR Vanguard rare cards in our new products. We are implementing this period of reprint protection because we wanted to present an indicator for future card supply demand to both the stores who continue to support VPremium products, as well as all the fighters who continue to play this format. The V reprint protection applies to both Japanese and English versions. However, it does not apply to some languages with large time differences in their release dates, such as Thai and Italian. That makes sense. I mean, Vanguard Rare and the VRs in general, I think they're in a good spot right now anyway, so I don't think it's really much concern. If the format suddenly boosts in popularity, then maybe there could be an issue, but I think it's kind of the other way around right now. If anything, people spend a lot of time selling their VPremium products, so if anything, VPremium got cheaper aside from like a couple staples here and there. So, open up the Japanese edition. When we recently announced that we would be strengthening our support for the global development of the game, some of our loyal Japanese fighters asked us if we would be neglecting our expansion support in Japan, and we would like to respond to those concerns. We will continue to develop the Japanese version Cardfight Vanguard with the same attention and care, and our desire for Japanese customers to continue enjoying the game has not changed. Although we are increasing our international efforts, the project is still based in Japan, and Japan is still where Vanguard originates. We will certainly remember our origins and aim to move forward while supporting all of our fans here in Japan and all around the world. Incidentally, we are sometimes asked, why do you want to expand globally? Why wouldn't you want to expand globally? I mean, I'm just saying. The first reason is that Vanguard has a large number of fans overseas, and we receive a great deal of support from those fans. We believe that we owe them our support in return. In addition, by expanding further into the international market, we are able to maintain a scale of our brand and continue to invest in the development and operation of the project. This enables us to improve quality and scope of the content we provide, animation, card games, and other projects, and it is our sincere desire to do so. In my personal opinion, I also think increased internationalism in projects such as Vanguard is just the way of the times. I will definitely agree with this. 100%. I think I actually emailed, it was only like one email, but I emailed Bushiroad a while back about stuff like this. I gotta dig through my emails to find it, but it was, I forget what exactly I was asking, but it had something to do with expanding globally, but it was just like it wasn't an angry email or anything like that. It was literally just hi there. So I just thought that this one idea would be like super cool, and you guys should think about it. You guys don't have to do it, but you guys should think about it. I was pretty much just talking about expanding globally. I was telling them that there's a lot of support over here in the West, a lot more than they may be aware of or are aware of. It is very obvious that they are definitely aware now, but this was like, by the way, this was like 10 months ago. It was like before the pandemic that I sent this. It was a while ago, and I was pretty much just saying like, hey, don't forget about us. We exist. There's a lot of YouTubers over here. Well, not me at the time, but there's a lot of YouTubers and people really excited for Vanguard, and like it would be cool if you guys like found a way to start reaching more audiences to make the game grow, because it would be so amazing to see the game reach a point where it's like literally with the big three, right? And I think the hardest thing right now is that there's a really hard way to obtain product aside from like card shop. Vanguard product, like it's so much easier to go to Walmart, right, and pick up like a Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering card than it is to pick up a Vanguard card. Like parents aren't aware that there's actually stores just dedicated to card shops. Like some parents don't know that. Like some parents are like Walmart, Walmart's the place to go. So I was saying like, hey, like they should find a way to get their product out in a way where like more audiences are starting to reach, as Vanguard is such a beautiful card game. You don't see Force of Will just like chilling on the shelves, you don't see Gate Ruler chilling on the shelves, because they're usually very exclusive to like Japan or something. It will help more eyes see and eventually grow, especially right now. There's just so much card talk and so much stuff going on in the West that just wasn't there before. I will agree with a lot of people's companies' decisions back then. As a card company, and especially in the West, it was really hard to really push product out, because there wasn't nerd culture wasn't as intense as it is now. Anyway, that was a really big side rant. Back to this. So future events. Japanese domestic events. For the second year in a row, we are not able to hold the Vangasai, I don't know what that is, as a real venue in Japan. There is a big gap between countries and regions in terms of measures taken against the spread of the infection. Makes sense. As well as vaccination status. And so for the time being, we must plan events flexibly and take into consideration the conditions and needs of each region. Totally makes sense. Regarding the holding of events for the Japanese version of the game within Japan, there are different measures in place for each prefecture. prefecture, including the declaration of the state of emergency in some areas. However, in this situation, we are still preparing and considering how to restart the VMC, Vanguard Masters Cup, and other events as the appropriate time, although we cannot disclose the details all at this time. Know that we're working closely with our hosting partners to plan the return of these events, and we will be working on events that can be held on a regional basis, such as previously announced Kyushu Cup. In addition to the card fights, as we are planning to have events and projects for fans of the animation as well, keeping in mind at the times, that sounds really cool. As of now, we have started to deliver an anime radio project, Euro no Inai Hoso. Please give it a listen. Oh, that's really cool. We have also announced the Vanguard OuterOrange Fans Party as the E+ living room and cafe dining in Shibuya, Tokyo. At the fans party, I gotta go to Japan. At the fans club, Hikaru Tono, Tamari, and Amane Shindo, Mika Megumi will be broadcasting a program from the site on Wednesday, June 9th. So even those who can't make it can enjoy the event. That's pretty cool. English edition events. Ooh. As for the events for the English language version of the game, we have realized that the situation varies from region to region and is quite diverse. Just by taking a quick look through reports on the social networking sites regarding the launch effort events for the English version of Genesis the 5 Grades last weekend, I found that some events were online tournaments using Discord, some were in-store events, and some were real events that attracted over 100 people. Real events with over 100 people. I can only hope that the infection rates continue to come under control in more and more places. Well, over here is a lot of people vaccinated. Like, I mean, I don't have stats. I honestly don't. I don't have a lot of stats, but in case anyone needs to know, at least in my area, I won't go too far into where I'm located, but let's just take America. Eastern side. From the Eastern perspective of things, there's been some places where you don't have to wear a mask anymore. If you are vaccinated, you have to show your documents, you have to prove that you're vaccinated. The vaccination started in March, if I'm not mistaken, and actually the company I worked for, literally the month I got sick, started vaccinating our workers. So a lot of our workers are already vaccinated. People around me are all vaccinated. From where I'm at, like my location, like I know more people that are vaccinated than that aren't vaccinated. So considering all this, I think that Bushiroad Spring Fest Online in English would be a very meaningful experiment. The fact that fighters from all around the world, even from different time zones, can play at the same time is a unique feature of the online era, but it's also important to know that this is based on the premise that everyone will behave in a sportsman-like-ship bullies do. In terms of the competitive scene, we will be monitoring this event and conducting a questionnaire survey of the future of the premium format, which is attracting a lot of attention in the English-speaking world. It really is. There's a lot of premium people coming back. It's really great to see, because it's a good format. Japanese edition overseas events. There's a wide variety of overseas events in the Japanese version. In the Southeast Asian region, online tournaments and events are on the rise in the in the Chinese-speaking world, and we've been happy to hear that the satellite venues for Daivanga Event Festival, an offline event, were very crowded. We introduced the concept of satellite host cities for the Daivanga side, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. Afterword. How was the second producer's letter? As we waited for the release of the first Overdress booster pack in both Japanese and English, 3 months passed in what felt like no time at all. I agree. I apologize for the wait and thank you for your patience. Once again, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for your support during the release of Cardfight Vanguard Overdress. Thank you so much. Hope you will continue to support Vanguard. I look forward to receiving your comments, questions, criticisms, encouragements, and anything else you would like to share. Regards, Aita Mori, the general producer of Cardfight Vanguard. Aw, well, that was really cute. I think this was a really cute letter. Sorry, that was a really long letter. My voice has actually started to crack. I would say this letter in general is just really nice. There's not much in here that I'm really against. I don't know. I'm one of those people where I really take stuff like this very positively. I don't see anything in here that's like painful or like hurtful or anything he said that was like wrong. I think everything he brought up was like really good points. All right, there we go. The light isn't shining in my face anymore, but I think he brought up some really amazing points. Like I think the fact that he's addressing Japanese concerns, English concerns, and he's taking it extremely well is really nice, because I have heard some people have been kind of mean, especially from the English side, about encounter cards. Guys, come on. Like, don't be mean to the Vanguard producer. Like if you're gonna be mean to the producer, he's not gonna do stuff. Like he's not gonna listen to your concerns if you're gonna be mean to him. Like it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to criticize. It's okay to bring points up. But there's no reason to, bash the guy. I don't know what kind of comments he got. I don't know what was said. I heard there were mean things, but there's no reason for that. Just if you have concerns, address your concerns, but there's no reason to go on a rampage about it. Like, for doing his best. I don't know, like, I think he's been doing amazing. I think the product he's been bringing has been really good. I think the direction of Vanguard is an amazing spot. Honestly, ever since like all this stuff started happening back in December, my eyes have been like this. Like, I've just been in complete shock as to how much work and effort has been going into Cardfight Vanguard. Keep in mind, Bushiroad isn't just a card game company. They do other things too, and wrestling, and they already do a lot. The fact that they're willing to put time into this is really good for us, especially since they're going towards the global side. I think everyone should be really excited and just really happy. I know there's been some delays, and I know that's kind of painful. I can understand the delay. You know, you're excited for your product and it's not coming. Everything that they've been doing, just remember the positives. Remember why you're here. Remember why you're excited about OuterOrange. Remember what they announced. Remember how much they've changed. Think about the positive things too that have come out of this. Like, the human brain tends to accept the negatives as a bigger thing and forget about the positives. But there's been a lot more positive stuff happening the last 6 months than there has been negative stuff. So just remember a couple negative things here and there. Don't let it ruin the whole gaming experience for you. Just remember that there's so much more to this game than just like the encounter cards and the delays. Like, that's all I really want to say. I just want to get that out there. Thank you for addressing the English audience. I really appreciate it personally. I've always felt this distinct gap between here in Japan. Like, anytime product came out, anytime cards got released, anytime anything happened, I always felt like I personally, as a player, I always felt like I got the shorter end of the stick. Like, I'd be like, okay, well, we'll eventually find out something, right? We'll eventually find out this, we'll eventually find out that. But I just think it's super cool that now that you guys are actually starting to like reach out to people. Just really fun. I'm really excited. I haven't been this excited about something that's a product from a company in like a while. Like, thank you guys for everything. And for those of you guys who watch this video, I hope it helps you in a positive way or anything. Like, if you had any doubts or concerns or anything, I hope this video helped clarify any of that stuff. And I hope you're enjoying Cardfight Vanguard and OuterOrange. If your products are delayed, I hope you are finally getting your products, all this stuff. Tournaments, Springfest is coming soon. Actually, it's starting tomorrow, so I'll be doing that. And I wish you guys the best, and I hope you guys enjoyed the letter. Say hi to Mori over on his Twitter, all that fun stuff. See you guys in a future video. Peace out, and das vidanya. Bye!